Good morning, YouTube. Home Theater Joe here. And as usual, I hope y'all are happy, healthy, and doing well. Gonna let my hair down, man. It's October 22nd. My birthday's coming up in a few days. Boom! All right, we gotta talk Linus Tech Tips. He did a video, I guess, a couple weeks ago now? 10 days ago, something like that. Anyway, I don't get around as much on YouTube as I used to because, well, I'm working a lot. Hey, Zoe. And, doing stuff with the displays and the family, trying to buy a house. So I don't get as much time on YouTube as I used to, but I haven't really heard any follow-up to it by other YouTubers or Linus himself, so I thought I'd throw my 2 cents in it because I know a lot of people are like, oh God, LG. LG had a big problem. A couple years ago, they put all of new OLED panels in JFK Airport. This was maybe 3 years ago, maybe a little longer now. No, this might have been with the C8, so this might have been like 2018, yeah. So, yeah, guess what? All of those displays, image retention, terrible image retention. What'd you expect to happen to an OLED? You put it in an airport and then run flights, arrivals, and departures all day long. It's the same static image all day. So we know that OLED TVs are very, let me say that they are susceptible to image retention. But guess what? So are LCDs. Seen it happen. Plasmas were the same way. I owned a plasma in '06. And sold it to a buddy of mine because I didn't want to mess up the display. And I was a video gamer. He wasn't a video gamer. So I sold it to him. I have seen cell phones with image retention. Anything can really get image retention. Now, is it as hard for an LCD or LED to have this problem, mini LED? Probably not. But let's go back and look at the exact use case scenario. I'm not sure exactly what Linus is doing with his 77-inch OLED, but he did allude to in the video having windows. I mean, it's at his house in the living room, so people play lots of games on it, the kids and him, and he also does a lot of work on it. So, he's got these windows open, and I'm just willing to bet that old Linus changed his icons to PC mode to give him the full color gamut of 0 to 255, I think, as opposed to 16 to 235, whatever it is. So he had the display set up like that, I'm sure of. And to my eye, that's supposed to be better for smaller text, computer monitor type stuff. Supposed to be easier to read small text. Well, one of the benefits. But to my eye, when I change my C10, and I'm just going to talk about my C10 because that's what I have all my experience with. When I change the C10 to the PC icon, I believe that the colors are more vivid, probably a little more deep or rich. That's just an aside, PC mode. So pretty sure Linus was doing that. And listen, I don't know what he was doing with his display. I don't know if he was just like leaving windows open, going to the warehouse or his shop or whatever, and coming back 8 hours later, continuing to work. We don't know. Is it a surprise to me that Linus caused image retention on his 77-inch OLED? Absolutely not. Like, that guy pretty much destroys things. He builds things. And listen, I'm a big fan of his, actually. I'm not trying to poo-poo the guy. But I think we can sum all this up by saying I don't believe. I'm not going to talk about Linus anymore. I'm not sure he knew the dangers of the pitfalls of an OLED, and I don't care if he had an LG. It could have been a Panasonic, a Sony, Vizio. Linus was going to burn that bad boy in. He was going to put some image retention on there because, like, that dude is wide open, and he likes to look for problems in products we buy. So no surprise at all to me that he has found that, and I don't even think it was a year later for the image retention. But I don't think it's something to be worried about because I just don't think many people are going to be pushing their OLED panels like, I don't know, Linus or say JFK Airport. Another quick aside, I told y'all a while ago, man, my C10 actually told me that it was going to cut itself off and that, what is it, Samantha? My C10 told me, like, you don't, you, it's too much. So the display is going to continue to cut on and off for the next 5 minutes or what. Before I could read the message, the TV cut off. Like 60 seconds, 30 seconds, cut back on. So anyway, I don't have image retention, but I can tell you now, I have pushed my 77C10 to the point of it telling me, hey, I need a break. And I want to say that was a lot of consistent hours. So I think it was around, if I remember correctly, it was probably around 12 or 14 consecutive hours of like movies, video games, music was on there as well. Like it was kind of a thing. It was like a Sunday thing. We started early in the morning and we went all the way into the evening. Just laziest day we could and having a good time with the display. But anyway, I've pushed my displays really hard, but I can guarantee you, Linus and JFK Airport, yeah, they're like not your everyday usage case scenario. So I don't think the fact that it happened to an LG was a big deal. I think it would have happened to any display he had, being OLED. And I guess that brings me, to my final point here, talking about OLEDs. I don't know how to say this, but you have to be responsible with your panel. It's like a nice car, I guess, right? I can go out here and buy a nice car with the biggest, fastest engine, the best tires and suspension and transmission, and just go out here and dog it. Just go out here and run it at its peak performance levels, enjoy how awesome it is. And after a while, well, that car's going to need a tune-up, or that car's going to be ragged down, or I'm going to wrap it around a tree, whatever. The car that you have paid all this money for, the top performance, if you constantly rag it, or just, if you're just constantly on it, at 110% wide open, it ain't going to last long. That's with anything. So, listen, if you go out here and buy a Ferrari, a Lamborghini, and you take it to the track every day, and you're wide open, it's not going to take long for you to need to repair or do whatever to the vehicle. Same thing with the OLED display, y'all. One more time, doesn't matter. Sony, Vizio, Panasonic, LG. You need to be responsible with your display. I think that's the message here. And actually, thank you. I think actually Linus did a really big service for a lot of people because there's just as many people running around here like, man, you can't burn in an OLED. Like me, I've been saying forever, it's hard. It's like you really have to work to burn or to put image retention in that panel. And for me, it's kind of easily avoidable at this point. I mean, I'm just so used to, I'm on my third OLED panel, and I'm just so used to, I don't baby my panels. I'm actually quite hard on them. But I understand what they are because of my experience with plasma TV back in the day. So and they're nowhere near as sensitive as the plasma. The plasma would just image retention after an hour of Call of Duty. Samantha, can you like go find something to do? Get your butt out. I don't know what these dogs are thinking. Anyway, where are we? We're 10 minutes now. So this video went way longer than I wanted it to. But all good things to say about Linus. Also, I'm pretty sure Linus has some kind of deal with LG. Just saying. So, you know, final point. If somebody gives me a Lamborghini or a Ferrari or a 77-inch OLED, I may not take care of that product as if, you know, if I paid for it with my own cash money. Just saying. So, yeah. Don't worry about your OLEDs, y'all. Just be responsible. That's it. You know, be responsible with your OLED and enjoy it. There's a lot more stuff to come. Hopefully, you know, in the next few days. So yeah, should be fun. Lots of stuff to cover. Anyway, this is the part where I would really, really like to encourage you. Hello, Samantha. Oh, yeah, she may have got a bath yesterday and she smells so good. She smells so good. Yeah, I would love to encourage you to, you know, if you have any questions or comments, good, bad, or indifferent, you just put them right down below. Because, you know, that's how the community grows and gets stronger, you know, gets smarter. And I'm all about information sharing. So that's one of my deals here. Yeah, that's about it. We can wrap a medium to large size bow on this now. As always, thank you for listening. From me and Samantha, be good, be safe. Boom.